feel spicy fresh. Let me have a little taste, cold, hot, bittersweet. Let me see what's up, I like it hot. Feel spicy fresh. Let me have a little taste, cold, hot, bittersweet. Let me see what's up, I like it hot. I like it hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, feel spicy fresh. Let me have a little taste, cold, hot, bittersweet. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, feel spicy fresh. Let me have a little taste, cold, hot, bittersweet. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, 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 hot. I like it hot, 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 hot. Let me see what's up, I like it hot, hot.
It's such a pain to close my eyes. I'm falling in this deep immerse. Would you ever show me through? moving too fast. Didn't see the way our love couldn't last. Now I'm stuck replaying what I put you through. Every night I'm haunted by the thought of you. If you need my loving, call me and I'll step on you. And we can talk all night long. If you want this loving, then call me and I'll drive to you. And we can touch all night long. Just call me and I'll come through. Just call me and I'll come through. Just call me and I'll come through. I was chasing shadows, moving too fast. Didn't see the way our love couldn't last. Now I'm stuck replaying what I put you through. Every night I'm haunted by the thought of you. If you need my love, if you want this love,
Chasing shadows, fighting battles. I've been on my own for a while, let them say I'm doing better. I've been broken, but now I'm going. I've been on the road of fire, made it through. It's like I'm chasing the sun, and all my fears are on the run. Can take my freedom, now you can take my freedom. It's like I'm walking on water, and all the waves don't even bother. This is my kingdom, and you can take my freedom. It's like I'm chasing the sun, and all my fears are on the run. Can take my freedom, now you can take my freedom. It's like I'm walking on water, and all the waves don't even bother. This is my kingdom, and you can take my freedom. It's like I'm chasing the sun, and all my fears are on the run. Can take my freedom, now you can take my freedom. It's like I'm walking on water, and all the waves don't even bother. This is my kingdom, and you can take my freedom. It's like I'm chasing the sun, and all my fears are on the run.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tarleton State versus, I believe you say, Mizzou. I'm probably going to botch that name all night. But welcome to the Tarleton stream. I'm joined here by myself. My name is Schlitten. I'll be y'all's commentator today. And we'll be seeing the first week of Rainbow Six being played today. And we'll be seeing them go against the B team of Mizzou State. And so we're hoping to see a good game. We are going to be seeing our Tarleton guys start on defense on Chalet. Very common map that we like to see. But we're going to be seeing basically pretty tried and true, pretty formulaic game one. That being said, we are going to be seeing Tarleton State this semester. I know I accidentally, I'm not even going to say accidentally. This is currently the, not the Mizzou preset stream, it's the UTEP. This is Siege, welcome. But we are going to be seeing our Siege team stay on Division, actually no, they went down to Division 4 this semester. Despite having probably a little bit more better players. We don't question the NECC gods, but they did lower us a division. But we are going to be seeing our team go through and just basically go through this semester just like last semester. We're not going to be seeing anything too unique. We're going to be seeing Sync on the Super Out, which is a little bit more, little different. We're going to be seeing PKE on the Mute, and we're going to be seeing Bohannon on the Aruni, which has just kind of been recently picked up as he's normally on Castle, but the rookie Bobbert has kind of taken that role over. But there's probably not going to be much going on for the initial. We are going to be seeing a Blackbeard on the side of Mizzou, and you know we're going to be seeing how they're going to be able to play that role. As I think during activation, we actually didn't really see too much of shield pushes. Maybe a Blackbeard here and there, but not really a guaranteed, you know. Very quiet first minute as we come into the round, as Mizzou's kind of just taking a little bit more of a slower approach, just trying to gain the ground if we can.
Changing max.
But we are going to see Mizzou take Library, as there's really no defender contesting it on the side of Tarleton. We are going to hear this go down. The Thermite's trying to bait out the slows, as I think he's going to just go ahead and start it. Camera goes down. Still not much happening. Still a minute 15 onto the round and not really much going on, as we're gonna see, I believe that was Ved gonna be able to get the first pick of the game, being able to get the shield player on the flank, and Bohannon getting a lot of chip damage onto Silly Boy as we're approaching the last minute of the round, and so hasn't really taken too much room. Yeah, he's going to hear the Thermite onto thing. Ved is going to get another, showing how devastating this roam can be if not cleared out. As Sync's going to go down to, I believe that's going to be Foxy. Bobbert going down to the person setting piano as Leo Cernato takes out PKE, starts planning on half wall as Ved and Bohannon opt to group up. See if they can get an initial shot. He is going to see the head, not quite being able to get the kill. Foxy's going to be able to get that kill as Ved's left into a 1v3 situation, needs to ace clutch in order to win. He's going to hear this first guy, being able to get the first. He's going to be able to hear the second as time runs down. Will he be able to ace clutch? Be hearing a little bit of the movement. Knows this guy is here, but he can't swing it. Be a little startled by that. He attempts to defuse, and Leo Cernardo being able to make back up the round that they couldn't salvage, but Tarleton not being able to keep up with their numbers as they just get picked off one by one in the last minute of the round. We're going to be seeing Tarleton go back up to the second floor. The only thing that I would kind of really like to see is a little bit more of a conservative style of play once we have the number advantage. Kind of just swinging out like that, holding card angles like that. Kind of gives risky fights, gives unnecessary fights, especially half wall with Sync being able to... Not being able to get that initial kill on a half wall, just kind of swinging out for fun. Kind of little bit of a misstep from the side of Tarleton.
Activating camera. Whoa, 45! Loading new magazine!
Loading new mag.
We're not going to be seeing too much of a change from either side. Tarleton's just going to stick with the comp that they know, but we are going to see Silly Boy on the side of Mizzou State, and he's going to be changing over to Flores, which is kind of a little bit more of a unique pick, but can be pretty viable in the right hands.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
One thing that's crucial about the roamer is once you get your value, it is very hard to repeat that value that you once had. Being able to get value on the roam is such a crucial and important step of just being able to manipulate the defender's thoughts, being able to try to layer him in one position to where you're able to get the kill in another is a tough task to ask for. But once again, kind of Mizzou State going for a really slow approach. They are gonna hear the piano window be open, and this is probably what the Flores pick is for, just being able to get all these castles just with your own gadget makes it pretty difficult. We're gonna see Bohannon have a little bit of an explore, a little bit of exploration. I do believe this guy's hitting lobby may be able to hear Bohannon here, but if Bohannon's got anything, he's got the shot to be able to make that into a win. Once again, a very slow approach from the side of Mizzou, as they're just kind of waiting to drone everything, kind of waiting for someone to take a misstep. And this is the beauty of Tubero. Not quite being able to fully stall the thermite charge. Silly Boy taking a lot of damage from Bohannon from the long angle. Once again, the exact same thing happening as Bohannon kind of shooting a little bit of ghost.
C4 ready.
45 minutes as Bobber is the first one to go down. I believe he was sitting on the piano wall as Mizzou is going to try to take an execution in the piano. Bohannon is the next one. PKE is going to be able to get one on Wolf as Foxy gets Bohannon quickly traded out by PKE. As we see Ved down one on the main wall. PKE being able to trade that out, but is detected. One more down. It's left in a 1v2 situation as Vigilus tries to recuperate. As Hingy Tingy is pushing and is dead to PKE by the double shotgun. A 4K, I believe, for PKE. Showing why he's just a mute goddess. What a round from PKE, being able to manipulate, being able to make use of that close range areas that the second floor provides. Just a great round from PKE. And Vigilus being able to get that down onto the main breach made it to where the defender or the attackers couldn't
Protect your bombs from being
attack.
defused by attackers.
But we're going to be seeing Tarleton go back down to basement, which If you did watch last semester, we actually preferred kitchen a little bit more instead of basement, just because we had a little bit of more comfort on first floor. It was also a little bit uncomfortable for the other team, so it made it to where we had a little bit of an advantage on the first round, and it kind of set the tone for the match. But
10 seconds
we're not going to be
left
seeing
before
anything too
insertion.
different. We're going to see PKE on the Tuberau instead of Sync. Sync's going to go over to the castle, and Bobbert's going to go over to the Jaeger. Now,
Attackers locate and defuse
saying
the
that Vet
bomb.
is going to be playing mute, he's not going to be on the roam this time. It's actually going to be Bobbert, and we're going to see how the rookie does with just managing roam timers and being able to deal with this Dokkaebi. Especially saying that they have a Ram is very crucial that he's able to at least get a pick or at least waste the time to where this Ram doesn't get that much value. If you are a little bit more newer watcher to Siege, Ram is a very viable operator whenever people take basement. As you can see, the floor is wood. Ram's ability is say, I don't like wood, and completely just shatters everything on the ground, and she gets a bulldozer. A bulldozer of wood that she's able to deploy, which makes holding sights on basement very, very much a difficult task. Bobbert is going to be seen, I believe that's Flores who saw him just run across. And this is where the difficultness of roaming kind of gets to you. You have to be very wary of all of the enemy's positions. He is going to be able to hear this one. He is going to hear him, I believe, go upside down. But
cover me.
a little bit of a difference between this semester and last semester is he's not getting ran down by 2 shields and 4 drones, but he's having a little bit more of a calmer time. As I do believe we are going to hear a little bit of damage go out. Bobbert is going to get a little bit of damage onto the striker. Not quite getting the peak timing down. As kind of, once again, very slow start from Mizzou. Or Mizzou. Bobbert's kind of just allowed to be up here, leaving a minute left. If anything, he's wasted so much time for the defenders, or for the attackers, to where, you know, they're not going to be able to get value from any of this. They're still droning second floor with 50 seconds left. Something has to happen to Bobbert in order for the attackers to have something. And Foxy is going to be able to get the first kill onto PKE. Not sure what happened there, as Bobbert is going to get flashed. But nothing's going to come to it. Nothing comes to fruition. As Ved tries to get some chip shots onto Chicken. It's a little bit Silly Boy. Bobbert is able to get Silly Boy. Here's another one. Not quite being able to land the shots, but the Ram barely getting it down in the 15 seconds left, leaving it into a 2v4. Zeke not being able to get his kill, leaving it in a 1v4 situation for Bohannon. As, this is where the Ram becomes very volatile, and Leo Sternardo being able to top it off with another win for Mizzou State. Now, really kind of going into this fourth round. Coming into this fourth round, I would like to see a ban on Ram and maybe going back basement, but I wouldn't also mind the Dokkaebi pick or at least the Deimos pick. Deimos hasn't really been picked here, so it hasn't been too much of an issue. They are going to ban the Valkyrie on the side of Mizzou, which very annoying character if you're going against a good Valkyrie, and makes it really difficult where you kind of have to play in this weird situation because you don't get pinged if the defenders don't ping you. Then you won't get the notification that you are being seen, and it makes it really annoying attacking because you're basically just always on ice.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
But
by attackers.
we are going to see the ban to Ram and then going back up to the first floor on Bar Gaming. Kind of a very strategic setup that is played for
Bomb
this.
located by attackers.
Almost every situation that we get put in, we're able to we're able to change kind of how our playstyle needs to go. But if not played correctly, it's a very difficult site to pull. It's a
Activating jammer.
kind of a true high card to deal with.
Jammer ready to...
10 seconds to insertion.
Wall reinforced! Loading mag!
5 seconds left before insertion.
Sync is finally
Wall fortified!
has finally understood
Attackers
knowing
are
which
moving
one to
to defuse the
reinforce,
bomb.
so I'm not having to do it for him every time.
Bench deployed.
Maybe that's the only reason why he's doing it.
Throwing laser
But
wire.
in situations like these, it kind of comes into a layered contact of it'll be it's kind of a strategic plan of a timing scenario where
Deploying barrier.
our plan is to go through, try to waste time as much as we can, as Bobbert is able to get the initial kill on the Silly Boy. I'm not even sure where that was from. That was a very quick kill to start the round, especially saying how slow Mizzou State has been playing. But a very disjunct push from Mizzou kind of shows how annoying this push can be for the attackers, if set up correctly, that is. Ved being able to get his pick, very important pick for this position. A lot of chip damage going on in the thing. Sync being able to get that kill, being able to get a little bit of damage onto the Dokumi, leaving it in a 1v5 situation for Hingy Tingy. As they know where he is, just being able to get the pick. A lot of chip damage going on to him. As I believe Bobbert's going to be able to get this kill, and he does. A flawless round for Tarleton. Showing how dominant they can be on this site, on this map, especially. Putting it up to a 2-2 tie. Now, if you're the IGL, if you're Vedreless here, you're 1-4 because attack on this site is very strategic. It's kind of solved. It's like Ascent in Valorant. Everyone knows how to play it, so very much a difficult task to attack because usually it's just
Defenders,
defender-sided
protect your
game.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
But saying that there's no Valkyrie, we're going to be seeing Ved on the Thorn instead, which, if anything, does give information enough. I did say it during activation where the Thorns aren't really... They're not really a killing tool, but more just an informational tool. And you also do get a shield with it, so makes it a little bit safer to hold on site. That being said, I do kind of wish to see that there's at least still a
10
roam,
seconds remaining.
and it may just be Ved again.
Shield ready. Activating jammer.
He's been doing wonderful on
seconds
his
to go.
roams / soft holds. That he's been
Attackers must locate
able
and
to
defuse
change the
bomb.
tide of rounds.
Initiating jammer. Jammer ready.
Bobber is going to hear this destruction onto the main barricade. They didn't go for Flores this time, which kind of confuses me a little bit. As, I feel like for this site, Sledge isn't really the pick. The Thorn is going to be able to get a little bit of damage onto the Blackbeard. So, it does show it can do a little bit of damage, which is pretty nice, especially saying on the shield character. Now, he's kind of a little bit more vulnerable to the nitro cells of PKE. And Bohannon, I believe. Can't see because I got... Sorry, Sync. But once again, Silly Boy, for the third time, maybe trying to contest this line that Bohannon creates. And we'll see if this does work out for Silly Boy. But Ved might be able to get the prey first. As he looks to maybe get a little proactive on this lobby hold. It looks like Silly Boy is kind of learned his lesson a little bit and maybe looking just to leave. As we're going to be seeing the Snurmite and, yeah, it looked like Silly Boy finally grouped up with his team, being able to at least maybe trade off of him. Hangy Tangy's going to be able to get the initial kill onto Bobber. Foxy's going to be really low. One of them's going to get down. Silly Boy's going to die to Ved on this same hold that he's just been doing for the third time. As PKE is able to get a Nitro Cell kill right on to Nardo. Kind of been the carry. This Thorn's actually going to be able to down one and send Foxy to 1 health. As Vendreless took a little bit, but finally got there in the end. Had to give a little bit of a Picasso painting before. A little bit of warning shots to the Dokkaebi, so it was a fair match, you know. But we're going to be seeing Tarleton go back to basement as it's either this or kitchen, I believe. So they're just going to opt for the easier hold, as kitchen is quite a difficult hold. Nothing too different.
Attackers need to
We didn't play
locate
Valkyrie
and
on basement,
defuse
so
bomb.
nothing too much of note. Vendreless has been pretty proactive this game. If y'all did watch the activation games, Vendreless on this map was kind of a little bit more of a bottom holder, I guess is the best way to say it. He didn't have that much kills, wasn't that proactive, but not really his fault. He's very much a utility person, very much tradable. So, you know, even if the scoreline doesn't reflect it, he's still one of the best players on the team. That being said, he has been very, very nuclear this game, showing he's still the Unk still got some skills. You know? But once again, Mizzou's gonna have to deal with this roam, and they've just kind of shown that they haven't been the best at being able to clear off this roam, even though they do have a Dokkaebi, which usually is the roam person, the roam player, and haven't really been able to do much against any of the roams. Bohannon is going to see this guy on drone outside, does hard scan them, so Bobber is going to have a little bit of knowledge of where these guys might be. As once again, very slow approach. This happened last time, but the ram is banned, so it's not quite a difficult hold to hold, but just winning our gunfights is kind of the important part here. On basement, being able to get this initial kill. This drone is going to be able to see Sync, as no one's really able to trade off of it. Bobber is going to be able to separate this hold, as Sync is getting a little bit of damage as Bobber's trying to get this initial. Bobber is going to be able to get the first pick of the game, being able to hold that crosshold with Sync. Very important. Sync's being able to get the second kill. This setup, if not played correctly, is quite a difficult one. Now, all Tarleton needs to do is play their numbers, try not to peek, try not to give away their numbers, make the attackers push into them.
Ice cold middle. Zoto is in play.
And it seems like they're doing just that, as a little bit of difficultness being able to get this sidewall.
Device placed.
Oh, Ved with a wonderful kill. Not really a necessary kill, as Hangy Tangy's being able to get Bohannon. A little bit of a misstep, but a little bit of entrance being able to be played. We are going to actually have a diffuser on Bobber and Sync, as this Habana looks to try to retrieve it, as Bobber, hearing him come up, barely sneak it away, wasting just more and more time as the flash goes out. Not being able to flash, Bobber not being able to predict where this person may be. Sync trying to get the kill, trying to waste the time, as Habana is left with 10 seconds left. Hangy Tangy trying to maybe get some damage onto the site. As Sync's able to get one, do a drop shot, and get two. What a wonderful play by Sync, being able to get those two. Ending it in a 4-2 half. If you're Ved, you're happy with that scoreline. Once Tarleton was able to kind of just get back on their feet, be able to get back on their toes, they went back to their roots, being able to just understand what they need to do and what they don't need to do. And also Vigilus being able to hit some good shots after a little bit of warning shots, but you know. Very typical bands coming out. Probably going to be just seeing Ace Ram is a little bit different, but Miracade is very common for attacker bands. But ooh, a little bit, definitely a different comp for second floor. Usually, Echo can be very vital, but you gotta be able to use your drones correctly. And it's kind of annoying because you're not being able to sit up with your guns. The Valkyrie is always a good pick on second floor.
Protect your bombs
But
from being defused by attackers.
kind of the
Banshee deployed.
weird one here is also Malusi, which can be a little bit of annoyance whenever it comes to
Attackers have discovered the location
attacking,
of a bomb.
but if exercised correctly, then it's fine. But it does look like Tarleton's actually not going to go for a shield push, despite not having the shield banned.
Activating camera. Detecting
Which
Banshee is ready.
I don't think I've seen Tarleton attack the site
10
without a
seconds
shield,
remaining.
so I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out.
5 seconds to insertion.
Changing.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
But we're going to be seeing Bobbert on the Gridlock, PKE on the Grim, very typical pick. Vigilus on the Thatcher, which that one's a little bit of a difference. Sync on Brava, which is a good counter to this Malusi. And then Bohannon on the Thermite, as he looks to try to get his first kill. He'll get there eventually. And the amount of times that him and Silly Boy had a contestment and neither of them getting the kill is a little bit funny to me, I won't lie. But I don't know what we're seeing Bobber do, but just having a little bit of fun.
Deploying drone.
But typical slow approach, typical methodical approach from the side of Tarleton. Kind of the same thing Mizzou was doing. But we're not going to be seeing much. I forgot the name of the new gun. But basically this is a pretty broken DMR that both, I believe, Habana and Thatcher got. Maybe one other person, but I couldn't tell you. As Vigilus is going to clear for Sync. And which, one thing that may be a little bit different in this, Bohannon being able to get his first kill on the Silly Boy of all people. What a great attack from the side of Tarleton, being able to catch him, being able to barely see the head as PKE goes down to Lucianardo. Bohannon getting a little bit of chip damage onto the person sitting blue stairs, knowing that one is now flanked. As Vigilus attempts to get a little bit of separation, as Bohannon is going to die to the nitro cell on the flank, as Ved looks to attempt to maybe get a trade off of this. Robert in a really crucial position to be able to get one. Shot's not quite landing onto the Valkyrie. Default cam. Sync's gonna go down to Chicken. And get it in a 2v4 situation for the side of Tarleton, as there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. Robert's trying to get a little bit of a different angle, as I don't know if Ved's gonna be knowing that this guy's gonna stay on shield, as this castle may be a little worried. Hanky Tanky's gonna go down to Bobbert, leaving it in a 2v3 situation. He's gonna be able to see that Valkyrie, but he's just gonna go ahead and plan. shot's not quite landing onto the thing as the flank comes through. Castle's flanking, not being able to get the plant down, and Chicken getting a triple kill and leading the round for Mizzou. It was a great initial start for the side of Tarleton, but not really doing the roam clear. I think, honestly, the Blackbeard may have been a little bit better in that situation, but, you know, it's always warranted to try. It's always documentation for the next round. Being able to understand the flaws and the
Defenders, protect your bombs
and the pros
from
is
being used
just
by attackers.
it's always a good way to look at it. We're going to be seeing Mizzou go to basement. We're going to be seeing a Warden, which mainly kind of just counters Bobbert with the smokes, as Warden's gadget just allows him to see through smokes and basically dodge blinds. We're going to be seeing Silly Boy probably on the roam on Jaeger, which I'm excited to see. Foxy's going to be on the Fenrir, Chicken's going to be on the Tuberau, and Larsenardo is going to be
10 seconds
on
left.
the Bandit. Very typical stuff. Maybe the Fenrir is a little bit different.
5 seconds
Same with
left
the
before
Warden, but
insertion.
if you're able to hold it correctly, then it's a good hold.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
But this kind of does make it a little bit of a hassle for the attackers trying to get this main wall, as Tuberau has just at least a minute of delay with if he plays it correctly, and then having Larsenardo Bandit trick kind of makes it quite a difficult task for the attackers. You're going to be seeing... I think it was only one Bandit charge, getting two. Yeah, somehow. As Tuberau is going to go ahead and freeze it. As first firebolt goes out. Don't know. Only thing I don't like, Robert's running claymores instead of impacts. Which, not really too big of a fan. Vengeance is able to get the initial kill onto Tuberau, actually, which makes this other push extremely easy. As Tuberau kind of dies with all of his util still. Only really getting maybe 15 seconds of delay. Bohannon is going to be able to see this guy onto the shield, which is Hangy Tangy, I believe. But being worried about this Jaeger blue stairs, Larsenardo is going to take a little bit of chip damage trying to get this equalizer kill. As it's just a little bit of tagging. This guy's finally going to come down the main stairs, as I don't think either Bohannon or Sink are ready for this. We'd hope they were. It's going to be Fenrir, actually, on those stairs, as we're approaching the minute left in the round. As Rady is aware of it. Sorry, Sink is aware of it. As Bohannon's able to get a kill onto Silly Boy, the rivalry continues. As still a very slow and methodical push.
Loading dart.
As I believe PKE is going to go down to Foxy, who I believe was playing on the same stairs that they saw. This Bandit is going to go down to Sink. Bohannon is going to be able to get a kill into Leo Tornado, breaking the curse of Silly Boy, as Vez is going to be able to get the winning kill onto Hangy Tangy. A great push from Tarleton. Very methodical, very, very well played. Mizzou doesn't need to lose that Tuberau so early. I don't know if he was swinging or if he was caught off guard by the explosion, but, you know, very annoying. We're actually going to see Mizzou go up to Bar Gaming as well. Wonder if they actually do have... Actually, I have a little bit of a similar comp. The Sentry is different. I believe Chicken also played Striker on Attack.
Attackers need to
Which,
locate and defuse as many bombs
if you
as they can.
are coming to Siege, you know, from being a veteran player, if you're a little bit
Attackers have discovered
more of a
the
newer
location
watcher
of
to
a bomb.
Siege, Striker and Sentry are basically the same character. They do the same thing, where tactical gadgets such as grenades, claymores, shields, anything like that, you get two of. You get two different ones, and that's your ability, is that you get both of those. So it's a really good utility agent, but doesn't really have like a unique ability to them, such as like, you know, Wamai can pull in any
10
throwables
seconds to
and,
insertion.
you know,
5
Mute
seconds
is able to
Jammer ready.
just make drones not usable in a certain radius.
Attackers are heading
But
out to defuse the
strikers
bomb.
just,
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
you get
diffuser.
shield and barbed wire.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Something like that, you know.
Drone activated.
But we're gonna be seeing Ved on the Blackbeard, which on the side of Bar Gaming is actually a pretty good one. There is a certain thing I do want to see real quick on. It is reinforced. That is a very, for newer teams kind of playing the round, who may not be as comfortable playing this site, they may forget to reinforce that, and it becomes a very crucial as you're going to see Tarleton trying to manipulate it a little bit, as the separation of contacts
Loading new magazine.
is very important for the site, trying to get the kills that they need to basically initiate this round, as we're going to be seeing Bohannon maybe trying to get a sneaky kill here. Going to see the Warden on the top of the blue stairs. Vegelus is going to be able to see that there are going to be people holding up top watching for this. Not sure why the Warden took over instead. Sink is going to be able to see that. Bohannon, I think, really needs to make this play while everyone's kind of distracted on this. The guy playing Barstock is definitely going to be focused on the wall rather than, or on the window rather than the wall. So I think it's very important for this guy to try to contest Bar Gaming stock. Bohannon finally does decide to do it. This guy Barstock is a little pinched now, as
Resources ours.
reach under a minute. Very important that he gets this kill, being able to recognize that someone's up top, and that's the initial kill onto Foxy. I don't know if he knows that this guy went onto the left side. Not quite being able to recognize that, but still a really valiant attempt from Bohannon. So we reach 30 seconds left. I don't know if PKE is going to understand that this guy is under window. This may be a crucial kill. A little bit of no chip damage onto Silly Boy. But approaching 25 seconds left. Frag Grenade going out. Maybe the attempt for a plant. As the plant's starting to go down. I'm not sure if this is possible. And it is. That is one sneaky plant from the side of Tarleton, leaving it up to the defenders to try to get some kills. Bobber being able to get the trade for that. Vigilus not being able to get that kill. PKE being able to get Leo Sornado, leaving it in a 4v2 situation. Hingy Tingy being able to get the kill on Bobber, but eagerly traded out by Sync.ts. I don't know why I said that. Last guy being Bar Sock, being on ping as Sync's able to get the kill, leaving it on to match point for Tarleton. What a brave plant by Vegelus, just being able to find the little hole that the defenders had and being able to get the plant down, causing a lot of commotion, a lot of chaos on the side of Mizzou. As Tarleton looked to get the ban for the last round of the game. Will they be able to close it out? Habana is banned. I think that's the first time I've seen that. And the Valkyrie being banned, very common ban. Kind of probably what made second floor such a hassle. We're going to be seeing the defenders go kitchen with an Ella and Oryx. Sure, man. You know, whatever floats your boat. If you're comfortable on the character, you are. Ella makes it really annoying for the Blackbeard. So does Oryx. I don't know if both of them are needed, but, you know, people have their preferences.
Attackers have located a bomb.
But
Benchies ready and waiting.
I actually see Bohannon on... No, I lied. I was going to say we're going to be seeing Bohannon on Blitz, but he decides to change to Fuse. Actually to Deimos, which probably is going to be a good pick, as I think they did scan Ella on the way on the way for her going to basement. So I actually don't mind this pick as much as
10 seconds left.
yeah. Typically on a kitchen setup, you play second floor
5 seconds left.
and you put like maybe 1 or 2 people on site actually. So if
Attackers are
played
moving to
correctly,
defuse a bomb.
this can be a really annoying site to take, but it's also, once again, an annoying site to take. But nothing much of the difference. We're going to be seeing Bobber on his Lion, PKE on Grim, Vet on the Blackbeard as usual, Sync on Gridlock, and Bohannon actually on Deimos, which I believe, like I said, they are going to be trying to get...
Thrown up in mud.
Yeah, he has 4 scanned at the moment, which very good pick if you do have everyone scanned. And he's going to be seeing 1 person on Mezzanine. It's going to be the Oryx, his archenemy, Silly Boy. He is going to hear the shield go down on the... I forgot the name of that comm. Library hallway.
Ready to be deployed.
As we kind of just hit that side of the round where we're not seeing much go on during the round. We are going to be able to scan Ella, which is a very important scan because that was the last one to be scanned. As PKE is able to get the kill onto Foxy. Kind of been the hero for Mizzou State, so very good initial start for Tarleton. As Silly Boy is going to get scanned on Mezzanine, as I believe PKE may be able to sneak in. Chicken is going to go down to, I believe, Sync. I don't know if Sync knows that he downed him. Not really a way for him to get up without a teammate. No Rook, no Dog. Silly Boy taking a lot of tip damage by PKE. Now, being able to solidify this kill on Chicken, as he does get back up. Quite a bit of damage. I think Sync knows that he downed him, but doesn't know if he's back up. And Bobber's actually being able to get the kill on the way back for Chicken. He's kind of in the second frag. I don't know if they know that Ella's down here. Oh, they do. They did scan Ella as Bohannon gets a nice shot on the Lursonato, leaving it in a 2v5 situation as Federalist is looking to plant. Silly Boy is going to go down to Bohannon, his arch enemy. Once again, Hangy Tingy going to be able to get the kill on PKE on top. Taking a lot of tip damage by, I believe, Bobber. As Hangy Tangy left in almost an impossible situation, setting 1 health in a 1v4 situation. Tarleton looking to close this out, getting the first map of the first game of the season. As Vigilus is able to see him, pinging it for Bohannon, as Bohannon's able to get the kill, ending the first game in Tarleton's favor. As just a great game from Tarleton. Losing the first 2 rounds, but being able to come back and only losing 1 more round after winning, I believe, 5 in a row, and then barely losing. Actually, no, they lost on second floor. But so I'm closing out comms. I do hope Silly Boy gets a kill in the next game. Vegelis played an amazing map, very, very well played from the IGL. But we will see you in a bit as we look to play on Border next, which I believe hasn't been played. But we are going to see you then.
fearless, attitude switching, no speed limit, chrome heart dripping, righting my wrongs, brighten that picture. Future so blurry, couldn't frame it with a filter. So I don't know why I think. Need some money in the city where the bags at. Took her out of work and now she never going back to it. Said it feels better when you come and put your hands on it. Oh yeah, don't got no money so you spending mine. Back to LA and now we going out. Came from the back and now we in the front. Still in the club and now you know we letting time fly. Can't stop, won't stop, hit the skyline while everybody else flies. Cause I'm down right, keeping things on lock. I'm about mine, sipping on the proof shots and time fly. Can't stay in one place, we been outside, going at it all day till it's nighttime. Now I can't see straight, but it's alright. I'm doing things my way. I'm going, I'm about my I'm going in one way. I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm going. Driving, four-wheel driving, smoking at the house, I can feel the heat rising. Time spent, wildin', need a psychiatrist. Your lies ain't a purse, baby, I am not buying it. Can't stop now, got too much motion. You hide your emotion. I'm fully loaded. Don't ever I am just a drop in the ocean. You sort of don't know what to act, babe. Need some money in the city where the bags at. Took her out of work and now she never going back to it. Said it feels better when you come and put your hands on it. Oh yeah, don't got no money so you spending mine. Back to LA and now we going up. Came from the back and now we in the front. Still in the club and now you know we letting time fly. Can't stop, won't stop, hit the skyline while everybody else flies. Cause I'm down right, keeping things on lock. I'm about mine, sipping on the proof shots and time fly. Can't stay in one place, we been outside, going at it all day till it's nighttime. Now I can't see straight, but it's alright. I'm doing things my way. You take the lie with you and you go. You're not coming knocking on my door now. I try to lie, was it always so? Cause nothing feels the same anymore. I've seen this all before. Why didn't I do more? Now I'm picking up the pieces from the floor. How could we just ignore our problems? Now they pour out, filling up the room with silence. Can you be my nightlight? And I'll be your superhero. Superhero. Can I be your superhero? I'm sorry if it's taken me a while. I'm trying to figure out who I am. The city lights are keeping me up at night, so I don't even bother going to bed. I'm tired of wasting away my time. I would give up everything to be near you. Oh, I miss the days when you were mine, but I can be your superhero. I know I shouldn't call you at night when I'm here all alone, thinking about the last time I tried to tell you what my feelings were like. I'm usually not the one to try to swallow my pride. Oh my, oh, what you doing to me? Ice cold veins when you cut me deep, I'll bleed out. I feel like I'm losing it. Oh, why is it so hard for me to breathe now? Can you be my nightlight? And I'll be your superhero. Superhero. Can I be your superhero? I'm sorry if it's taken me a while. I'm trying to figure out who I am. longer days keep drifting by. Oh, how I wish to turn the hands of time tonight. Through moonlight, mist and meadow calls my name, leading me through whispers laced with flame. Faces from my past now circle around, and now we are dancing wild and free in love and harmony. For infinity we soar high, breaking through the sky, and side by side forever we fly the sky high. The starry sky ignites the night. Hearts now as one, it feels so right. A final toast to days gone by. The days gone.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Tab into Siege. So, we are back on Border. The map of all time. This map hasn't been changed in like 5 years, so you better believe people know how to play this map. It's a very very soft map, very one-to-one with the comps that you play and the how you play it, everything like that. Maybe the only thing that's been different in the recent years is the kind of the change from people holding I forget the name of it. It's not server room, but it's like ventilation room, into doing bathroom instead. But I do believe that this is going to be Mizzou's pick, so they are going to have a little bit of an advantage. I think Tarleton hasn't played it in like a year and a half, at least on A team. So it's going to be a little bit of a different scene that we're going to be seeing. But here we are. We're going to see Tarleton starting on the attack, and then
Attackers need to
we're
locate
going to be
and
seeing
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Mizzou start on defense. And this is a very common first pick. If you hear that loud, annoying speaker in the background,
Attackers have located a bomb.
that's the one thing that Border is known for, is the guy yelling, "Don't abort the helicopter." They did recently, or not recently, but a few years ago, they decided to make them less annoying. But the whole point of this map, the other thing about it is that almost everything on the top floor is destructible. So, playing on the first floor maps, there's only one second floor, and the rest of them are on first floor. There's no basement. It's only a two-story map.
Defuse a bomb.
But the main thing is, since the floor is so destructible, this first floor holds are almost always in priority of second floor. So, very rarely you'll see people play on first floor on second floor, unless you're very much a roamer, but they're just going to be holding a soft hold onto, I believe Hookah is the name of it. It's been a while since I played on this map too, so if I get some of the callouts wrong, I apologize. But typically for the main style of push that a lot of people do, they try to contest Hookah. They contest what's called New Bout, which is this area right here. Bohannon's is going to be seen on there. And then they try to contest what's called CCTV, which, let me see if I got anyone near the area. What PK is looking at, where that one red character is where CCTV is. Very common push from the attackers, so it's very also commonly held. And we're going to see Bohannon being able to get a little bit of the first contact, as almost getting a kill through the wall. A little bit of chip damage onto Foxy. Not quite being able to land those shots on that guy, as the Goyo is going to drop Silly Boy, making his iconic appearance, trying to get his first kill of the series. I don't know if Bohannon's going to be wary of this flank. They're going to see the drone barely missing, hearing a little bit of the footsteps, being able to barely see him. Goyo recognizes that he's been seen and is going to leave. Bobbert not knowing how to drone as usual. I wonder if you're going to be aware of the shotgun sitting fountain. It's going to be a really... Whoa. Ved being able to get the first pick onto Chicken as he attempts to try to get a nitro cell out, I believe. As Ved is going to be able to get the initial thing. I don't know if he's going to recognize if this Valkyrie's here. This may be a little bit of a blind spot from Tarleton. As Bobbert's able to get one, but Hangy Tangy being able to trade it out onto Ved. Bobbert barely missing on that one. Sink being able to kill Hangy Tangy as Foxy's able to get two. Bohannon being able to get the trade onto him, leaving it in a 2v1 situation onto Silly Boy, who has to get his first kill of the series in order to win this scenario. Leaving it with 30 seconds left as Bohannon grabs the diffuser, starts planning. Silly Boy trying to maybe get a little bit of chip damage. As Bohannon has the first point of contact. Sink being able to get the kill, actually, as Silly Boy isn't able to get his first kill. A great, well-played round from the side of Tarleton. Even if they haven't played it, this is a very common map to see in ranked, just because everyone knows how to play it, so no one wants to play the new maps. So we're going to be seeing Mizzou go back upstairs. Not too much of a change. I do think the Wamai is a new one. Actually, I don't remember, but
Attackers need to locate.
not too much of a change.
any
Just
bombs
probably
that they can.
recognizing their limits, knowing when to peek, when not to peek, and knowing how to play is definitely a importance for the side of Mizzou. Being able to especially get those kills when they're sitting hookah, which probably not hookah. Offices is the name of it. I don't think anyone calls it that.
New feed active.
Setting Volcan.
Ten seconds remaining.
Very formulaic, very much the same hold from the side of Mizzou.
5 seconds to go.
Same Goyo and everything.
Attackers
But
must locate.
nothing different
and
on the
defuse
side of
bomb.
Tarleton, as seem to be just choosing the same operators, keeping it simple. Very much good choice to run into this, as nothing happened on the first one, so.
Build activated.
And I apologize to the one guy in chat who was saying the open packs. I'm broke and don't have packs. I do have 100 renown, so maybe I can get some, but if the Crossbuy event has good skins, maybe I will. But same push kind of happening from Tarleton. We are going to see maybe a little bit of a... OSC getting very active, being able to get the kill onto Silly Boy, recognizing that he was reinforcing that wall, leaving this guy on a really bad angle. PKE dying to the run out. As Sink, doesn't remember that they changed that. As he's trying to flash this guy on the right side of the wall, as he knows he's there. Bohannon being able to get a lot of damage onto Foxy. The drone still seeing that this guy is on the other side of the wall, but he does have a shotgun. I would like to see Grady at least have one other person with him to at least trade it on the shotgun, as this is a very scary, very, very scary angle to hold, as Chicken is able to get the kill on the Goyo. Off the Goyo. As Hangy Tangy's being able to get punish Sink. Chicken being able to kill Bobbert, leaving Ved in a 1v4 situation. Still a kind of salvageable round from the IGL if he's able to catch this guy off. This guy overswings. A minute left for the IGL as he tries to sneak in, making noise. Foxy being able to close it out for Mizzou, showing that they're dominant on second floor. And like I said, usually the second site to hold on defense used to be Ventilation Room and whatever the other one was. I forgot the name of it. But now it's kind of transitioned over to bathroom tellers, and then you hold second floor, kind of where we saw Sync get that kill initially.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
So
the
we
bomb.
are going to see kind of basically the same hold, just on a different site. The attackers do have to attack it differently,
Attackers have
saying
discovered the
that
location of a bomb.
if they do want to plant, they don't want to be able to get absolutely throttled from up top, so they do have to have a little bit of control up top, or at least a separated push before they can even really plant. Very typical setup, very much the same operators. We are going to see PKE go over to the Dokubi,
10 seconds to
which
insertion.
I played normally whenever I was on the team, but I think he
5
did play a
seconds
little bit
remaining.
of. He does love his DMRs, so we're gonna be
Attacker's
seeing that.
objective is to defuse a bomb.
We're gonna be seeing Bohannon actually on Brava instead of Sync. Sync kind of just wants to stay on the Buck, which definitely understandable. I didn't know. I believe this is the new weapon as well. I didn't know Brava got it, but here we are. Oh. But a little bit of a different push. We're going to be seeing Tarleton kind of go for the CCTV push, as no really a point of contestment from the side of Mizzou, as they're just kind of going to get this space for free. Do wonder, they do recognize that this guy is sitting server. Bohannon, yeah, definitely knows it's someone's server. Taking a little bit of chip damage, but PKE being able to settle the kill onto Foxy, who's kind of been a pretty main component for Mizzou. They are going to see someone on 90 Hall as he backs up to the Dokubi call. A little bit of chip damage. Taking a little bit of damage from the teammate there. But PKE being able to get another kill. He's going to be electric this round. Showing why he loves his DMRs. Vedulous taking the space. Attempting to try to get this guy off of this angle. Knowing that Castle is actually here. It's castled off. But Castle, all he needs to do is waste time to really get the value out of his position. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that, as Brady's trying to get through, but Vedulous able to quickly trade out. Silly Boy getting a good kill. What an electric round from Silly Boy. I'm so proud of him. But the Bravo is going to go through and hack the Thorns, making it a lot harder for the defenders to attack, as Tarleton on a 4-2 lead. Needs to, maybe they do see one here. Not quite knowing where the guy is, but having a little bit of an idea. Knowing that he's here over in the audio. The flash going out as Vigilus drops down. PKE being able to get the kill onto the person sitting stock, as PKE almost with the 4K. Saw the guy run all the way around, taking a lot of chip damage. Will PKE be able to get the quadra for the down? It does seem like this Echo doesn't want to give it to him. Oh, never mind. He thought twice about it, and maybe he does want to. He's going all the way up top as Vigilus is staring at the hatch. A lot of noise being made on the second floor as Leo Serenardo is just trying to maybe get something out of this, but not quite. Being able to get one, a little bit of whiff shots from both sides, from both parties, but all that matters. Bohannon not being able to get the kill, a little bit of stat padding from Leo, as barely missing onto Sync, but the round win for Tarleton regardless. Regarding the bans, I would like to see... There's actually not too much of a ban that could really go their way. I would say Castle maybe would be a good ban. Valkyrie is also a really good ban. The Dokubi being banned. Yeah, PKE showing his comfort on the DMRs. Dokubi being also just kind of an annoying operator on the defensive side. Makes it really annoying, but Bohannon's going to bring back out the Deimos. Maybe it was a little bit of a bait from PKE to get the Dokubi banned so they could play Deimos, which in my opinion is a little bit more of an annoying character because there's less to less to deal with.
Defenders, protect your
Especially
bombs.
saying that you're not fully tracked and you have to kind of rely on
Reload!
audio cues on the side of the attackers for Dokkaebi. A little bit of changes we're going to be seeing from Mizzou's side. We're going to be seeing the Mozzie come out, which I don't think has been played yet this season from any team. Going to be annoying for the drones, but I do know Tarleton plays their drones a little bit more conservatively. It may sack like one drone or two. It does seem like one did already get
Attackers have
sacked,
located a bomb.
but
Target deployed.
nothing too different.
10 seconds to go.
Still the Thorn, still the Echo.
5 seconds to insertion.
I'm not really liking the Echo pick on the side of Mizzo. Trying to refrain from saying it, but
Defuse a bomb.
not really,
Laser wire up.
not too much benefit coming from it. It's just a worse Valkyrie. Obviously, Valkyrie got banned, but he wasn't playing it. Playing Valkyrie before the Valk ban. So they're gonna see a footsteps of 1, which he may have been Mozzie, I'd like to say. No, it was Castle. They're gonna see the Castle go down, knowing that the Castle is second floor. Probably more so. AKA shooting at nothing as the default cam was already shot. Sometimes it's hard to see. But getting these entry kills on second floor is very crucial for the attacking side, as if the defenders get the numbers up on the second floor, it becomes a really big hassle. Deimos able to get some. Bobbert not being able to quite get the kill onto Foxy. But seeing the jump out from Foxy, which may have been a little bit of a troll decision, as Bohannon's able to quickly get the trade onto it through the wall, only because of the run out from Mozzie. But we are going to see Bohannon recognize that this guy is second floor, and they may just ignore the guy's second floor, knowing that they're completely separated. But Vigilus not being able to quite get the kill onto Thorn, but even her quite damaged, as Bohannon looks to try to get control of this diffuser, as Sync is trying to get this trade. As Bohannon's actually able to get it, being able to separate the defenses, hearing the Castle run down through Hookah, as the Castle trying to do something, PKE quickly shuts it down, leaving it in a 3v2 situation with a minute left. Tarleton looking like they may be able to facilitate another round out of their butts. But quickly checking bathroom, nothing going on. They are going to see the Echo on the thing. Sync dropping down, another one dropping down. Not quite landing the shots onto Hangy Tangy. Might be time to do a little recoil training, but PKE quickly being able to shut that down. The Echo getting a little bit of value finally, as the diffuser is planted down. Echo's util isn't too much of a hassle anymore. It just makes it a little bit more annoying to shoot. The Thorn almost killing Bohannon. As the Echo is going to swing, PKE is going to quickly shut it down, giving another round to Tarleton, leaving the score at 3-1. Well played round from Tarleton, being able to quickly, man, the run out from Foxy was quite the ambitious one. They didn't really play their numbers too well, but getting the pick onto Mozzie and then the trades down from there were perfectly played out. Tarleton just kind of getting a little bit of a favor of the shooting. You know, Brady needs to. Sorry, not Brady. Saint needs to heighten his sensitivity a little bit to negate some of the recoil that Buck's gun uses. But, you know, in the end, Tarleton did get the round. We're going to be seeing the defenders go back up to the second floor, which it unlocks after 2 different site holds, regardless if you win or not. We're going to be seeing about much of the same. I believe they did play Valkyrie, and they're changing it out for the Aruni instead from Hanky Tingy. On the attacking side, we're going to be seeing much of the same. The Dokkaebi not being able to be played, so we're going to see PKE on Gridlock, which was already being played on this site. But
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let's go knock
The
it.
timing on the breach this time, yeah?
Right. Don't want to embarrass you.
Very-
Thatcher.
very well, very good hands from the PKE himself. Not getting his DMR, but he's still good with guns regardless. As I believe my game just crashed. That was wonderful. We gotta love Siege, man. Oh boy. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to reload the lobby. Saying about maybe getting a GIF or something to just put up on the screen. Put like jingling keys or something. Do apologize. Siege is a really bad game sometimes whenever it comes to optimization. So we're gonna just have to sit here in a little bit of silence. I'm not gonna put on the music as it would just kind of be a little annoying. All right, my Siege is booting back up now. Maybe I ought to get whatever. Hopefully it allows me to rejoin the game, as I don't want to sitting by y'all selves, you know. Don't know if it allows me to fully join. All right, let me bring this back up. Hopefully, still 1-3. Both of them are apparently enemy team. We're gonna be seeing Sink in a 1v3 or 1v2 situation, being able to get a kill initially, but Leo Cernardo being able to get the kill. What a round to watch! That was wonderful to watch. I'm glad that I was able to experience that with everyone. But Mizzou's able to get their not sure what I'm watching. Dang, I get okay, this is a little weird, but we're gonna be seeing most likely Mizzou go back to bathroom. I wouldn't expect them to go to, I don't know why I'm seeing this screen, but here we are. It actually may be a different setup, as they are all playing different operators, so they may be going ventilation room. So we'll have to see how this plays out. I believe I'm the one taking millions of years to load back in correctly. Which, if that's the case, I don't want to leave y'all. Yeah, so we're gonna have to rehost the lobby. If I crash again, I crash again. And I won't be able to stream again, as I don't want to affect their gameplay. This is an issue that Spectator has had for at least 2+ years. And Ubisoft refuses to fix it. So it's a very annoying process that we have to go through. So if I leave again, I'm not going to be able to join back. Oh, we don't like that. We're going to just turn that off real quick. I apologize to any epileptic viewers out there. But I do have to restart my game, so we will be right back when we get the rehost gone and done. So let me get this going, and I will be back. Alrighty, we are back. I apologize for that stupid interaction. Why is my... I forgot that I turned it off because of epilepsy. Alright, we are back. Last that we saw, whenever we did join back, we did see Sync unfortunately dying in the 1v3 as... Yeah, we're gonna be seeing the defenders actually go ventilation room, which I called it out because of the new thing, but they didn't officially load in, so they could have changed some of the operators, which is fine. But a little bit of a difference in the site that they're gonna be holding, so. Yeah, typically with this site, it was kind of weird how people held it. It was
10 seconds
in
left
a different time of siege, so but normally you would at least have at least 2 or 3 people up on second floor, and then you would have some sort of shield operator. Zombie wasn't out at the moment, but some type of shield operator on the lower floor to where you could just have good angles, everything like that. Just the last point of contact.
I'm reloading!
But we are gonna see Mizzou put 3 people upstairs, and this is the Pika border. You push the same thing every time, as every site is basically the same. Very intriguing map, as people like to say. But there you're gonna see the castle. I don't know if they're gonna be prepared for the Fenrir this go around, but the fuse is gonna be pretty impactful. We're trying to clear those out. We're going to be seeing Bohannon on Fuse, which I believe is the first time pick for the side of Tarleton this series. Maybe seeing Vet on typically on the Thermite, Sync on Buck, as PKE's actually able to get the opening kill onto Hangy Tangy, which was sitting up on server and getting a little bit of damage onto the thing. I don't think he saw him. Oh, he didn't even have to shoot it. But quite a bit of damage going back and forth from Tarleton. Sync going down to Leo and getting the... Robert kind of knows that this guy is somewhat here as he swings out, but being able to get the kill. Great play by Bobbert, being able to get that. Being able to section out that kill, being able to clear that Fenrir out. But this castle is still going to be upstairs. I believe they're going to hear that drop from the thing as Bohannon looks to try to soft clear this. Not really knowing where this guy's going to be. Probably going to get shot through the wall soon. He's going to see the guy crouch, but I don't know if he's going to know that this guy's going to be left side. It's a little bit of a scary push, not being able to have the information. But Vigilus is going to get the main wall of this site as a little bit of repositioning from Bobbert. Bohannon still trying to contest this area, the smoke coming out as we were seeing a 2-2 push. PKE maybe trying to get a sectioned out situation, making a lot of noise. This castle may be able to shoot through the wall. But Vigilus and Bohannon seem to group up. So Vigilus is attempting to try to maybe get an angle on this as he flashes Bohannon for fun. Being able to get into the bomb. Foxy's able to get the 1. Silly Boy able to swing, get 2. Bobbert being able to get his first or second kill of the thing. Leaving 13 seconds left on the clock in a 1v2 situation. All 3 players are low, but Foxy is going to be able to drop from the heavens and just shoot Bobbert. Kind of the same scenario happens in Valorant, where planning before clearing backside is very much a bad play. I get honed in by B-Jord all the time about that. But the same principle kind of follows in Siege, as you want to be able to clear the initial pushes in order to ensure that you are going to have a safe plant, and in that scenario that did not happen on the side of Tarleton, and that's how Silly Boy was able to get those 2 kills. But that being said, we're going to see a even tie half from both sides as Tarleton look to go on defense, which on border, it's a very much a defensive sided map if played correctly. We're gonna be seeing the Valkyrie come out from Bobbert. He loves Valkyrie on this map. He loves Valkyrie in general. We're gonna be seeing Warden, Vet on Warden. Played this a lot last semester, not so much this semester, but seeing it come back out is
Protect
definitely
your bombs from being defused by attackers.
definitely a good thing to see. Kind of a comfort pick coming out.
Laser gate camera fit up and running.
But we're gonna be seeing PKE on Bandit, which I know he's played Cade before and a little bit of Tuber out, but Bandit is a little bit of a difference for him. So I wonder if he's gonna be able to make impact with that character. But
Laser gate deployed.
and then we're gonna be seeing Sync on Aruni, which he's really good with DMRs, so very much a great pick for Sync,
Laser gate input.
leaving a little bit of intuition. Not sure how Bohannon got stunned, but most likely was the fire extinguisher.
Device positioned.
But we're gonna be seeing Bobbert on the roam, the rest of them at either soft anchoring or having a full anchor.
Loading mag!
But we're gonna be seeing Mizzou. I believe they did have Hangy Tangy on the Blackbeard initially. Blackbeard wasn't banned, but it does seem like they just want to run Monty instead. Maybe they're just more comfortable on the character. But we're gonna be Bobbert looking to attempt to get this Nitro kill. He's gonna probably just go off the comma PKE. If this guy does jump in, this guy is probably dead. But PKE looks like Mizzou's just trying to get maybe something to layer out. Maybe a pick onto PKE as he's barely sees him. He's gonna get flashed. Not sure. He's gonna get pushed. The Nitro not being able to do enough damage. But Bohannon being able to get the trade onto Foxy immediately. Not quite the shield that they want, but both Nitros not being able to connect onto the Monty at all, which is really surprising. This guy must have been able to rush through it and pass it. Then not quite wanting to stay on the close angle. Bobbert trying to get shots from below. Silly Boy being able to get the kill onto Sync. As Bohannon's able to get a kill onto Leo Cernardo. Then has the glasses to be able to shoot this, but has to comfortably swing through this. But they're gonna hear the plant start going down. Ved's gonna look to try to make a play. Bohannon's gonna be able to get the third. Looking on for an ace. Being able to see the second guy. Being able to kill him, leaving him in a 2v1 situation for the ace clutch. Oh, as the thing comes out. And Bohannon being able to get the ace for Tarleton. What a great round by Bohannon, being able to get all 5 picks. What a player, being able to get all 5 kills. It was a well set up and crafted plan. Monty being kind of understanding the situation he was in, as both Nitro cells were both sitting on that window, but quite literally 0 damage going on to the Monty somehow. I would actually kind of like to see that in replay. As Tarleton get a round win, starting off strong on defense as they go to Bathroom Tellers, the second site. You're also going to see Deimos as Bobbert was very much a nuisance on the first floor, just shooting from top down, or sorry, down to top.
Stop worrying about grenades.
Just completely annoying the defenders, if anything.
Bomb located
Muddying
by
noise.
attackers.
DPS deployed and ready to go.
But we're going to be seeing Bobbert back on Jaeger, Bohannon back on the castle he just aced with, BKE on the Aruni DMR, Ved on Smoke, which is a really good stalling
Stop worrying about grenades.
operator, and then Sync on Thorn, which we haven't seen much of him on Thorn, but definitely a good pick for
10
Sync.
seconds to
You
insertion.
can get very proactive on this character. One thing that I'm
5
noticing
seconds
is Tarleton may be playing a little bit more of a first floor hold,
Attackers'
and
objective
then
is to defuse a bomb.
Everyone good?
trying to just hold from
Just
server.
let me know when grenades start flying.
But as we see that maybe not all the reinforcements came out. Yeah, definitely that wall that Sync is looking at is a very important wall to reinforce to hold. But Bobbert and Sync looking to maybe try to get a kill on the roam. As Mizzou has kind of shown that they're not as collected on the attacks. Very much not like the 3-man rush with the shield operator and the 2 drones following behind. Nothing like that, but still been able to win the gunfights. Just Bobbert and Sync need to be able to win those. Very much a good possibility for both those players. We're going to be seeing Deimos get this initial hold. Bobbert's going to get seen through the wall with the drone. No shield operators on the side of Mizzou, but space, a lot of space gain from Mizzou's side. Being able to catch CCTV. Bobbert getting droned out. Seeing if he can get the first kill of this half. As they're starting to walk into Sync's crosshair. And Sync being able to get the kill onto Silly Boy. Someone who's kind of shown up a little bit more on this half. A little bit of chip damage onto Chicken. As Thorn is going to be the one to get scanned, but quickly Bobbert able to shut down the Deimos.
Reloading, cover me.
Being able to manipulate these corners, these walls very well. The call coming back out. Dokubi knowing that this guy is here. Bobbert attempting to try to get a kill onto it, wasting quite a bit of time. The second call as well. The flash not hitting, but Foxy being able to get the kill onto Bobbert. Leaving it in a steady 3v3. Sync actually able to get a kill with the Thorn Trap. What a Thorn Trap from Sync being able to get that kill. I believe that was on the Hanky Tangy. Even get on a 3v2 situation, cutting off my words. As a lot of time is wasted. Go in and giving a little bit of a show to the people on cameras. As we're approaching 30 seconds left in the round. Ved holding the drop down from hatch. Big A holding the other drop down from the other hatch. Bohannon holding from customs. Damage not quite going Ved's way, but the stall definitely so. PKE being able to get the kill on the drop down from the hatch, as it's just Foxy left in a 1v3. And no sign of him. His scan comes out, but Ved quickly able to shut that down with a 1 shotgun shot, leaving the score to 5-3. Great defensive rounds from the side of Tarleton. Very, very formulaic, very strategic. Not being able to quite get the footsteps that Mizzou needs, but like I said, defensive map, hard map to attack. I do not blame Mizzou one bit. But the Ying's gonna come out, which, if you've played Siege before, that character is a devil.
Attackers need to locate
Very,
and defuse
very
the bomb.
annoying operator. But Ved perfectly having the counter to it. Playing the Warden has Ying has smokes. Ying has flashes that go everywhere. Makes just one part of the area completely blind, as she doesn't get blind herself with her own flashes. But we're gonna be seeing Tarleton go down to Ventilation Room. It's the same site that Mizzou was able to win on for the third round, for their last round on defense. But we're gonna maybe see a little bit of a different hold that Tarleton does, as Ved does have a little bit more upper experience on how to call this, but also how to set it up.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
It's a little bit more first floor oriented for the side of Tarleton, but both of these roamers have shown they have been quite crucial to these round wins, wasting time and being able to get those picks in that allotted time.
Deployed. Deploying the wire.
We are not protected.
Man, but they do got quite an annoyance of attacking operators, as they're able to Dokkaebi call, figure out where this guy is, live ping him with Deimos, then immediately just ying blind them, where they're just not able to fight back, unless you're Vedgerless, of course, with the anti-blind, the anti-smoke goggles. But Big A is going to hear quite a bit of commotion on that 90 hallway. And Sync's going to be able to hear these guys trying to open up CCTV as Bohannon making a little bit of first contact. Sync being able to get the initial kill on the Silly Boy, who was the Ying. So that utility is completely gone. As Bohannon, all three get a call. As Bohannon seems to be the victim of this Deimos drone. Being able to see him, but not quite wanting to swing him. Kinda just gambling, no one's on this other balcony. Sync and Bobbert being able to hold this server room as Oak seem a little disconnected, little disjunct, as they have to take the second floor, but only a minute left. Not even the site that they need to hit. Second Dokkaebi call coming out. As Castle once again getting targeted. Minute. Strikes under a minute. Still Mizzou hasn't fully entered the building. This is a great time wasting from roamers. Knowing the relative location, getting a little bit of chip damage onto Deimos, quickly spray transferring onto Foxy, leaving him quite damaged, but still a winner of the bout. Bobbert being able to get the kill onto Hangy Tangy, as it's a 5v2 situation for the side of Tarleton. As Bohannon hears him being able to get the down onto Chicken, leaving it in a 1v5 situation. Granted, some people are damaged, but 22 seconds left. Sync and Bob having a little bit of fun spinning around. Oh, immediately getting Nomad tripped. Second kill, going to Leo Cernardo, stat patting a little bit. As PKE is quickly able to shut that down. Leaving Tarleton at match point. What a round. What a game from Bohannon. I know it only shows 7-1, but I'm pretty sure he had like 6 kills before the rehost, which the stats don't transfer over from the rehost, as it's, I don't think, possible on Siege servers, because it's Siege. We love this game. But Bohannon's been very electric this game. Very, very much a tide turner for the side of Tarleton on defense. Tarleton is going to have access to the second floor, so they're going to go back up there. They're actually going to be in the castle, which, yeah, fair enough. Bohannon's been quite a nuisance on this operator. So he's actually going to go for Pulse, which... Pulse is Pulse. Pulse is a worship Valkyrie. But maybe he's having a little bit of fun. Maybe he's really feeling the UMP today, which is a gun that both Pulse and Castle have. Personally, my least favorite gun, but you know, people have their own favorite guns. But no Valkyrie ban means Bobbert's gonna stay on the Valkyrie. We're gonna see PKE back on his Bandit, Sync on Aruni once again, and Veda on Warden. The Ying didn't get played. I don't know why necessarily. I feel like Ying's a really strong operator on this site, especially if you do an A rush. So I'm not sure why Silly Boy isn't really wanting to play Ying on the site, but who am I to judge?
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
But we are going to see kind of a little bit of a different hold from the side of Tarleton, as they have a kind of PKE more on a soft anger, and then Bohannon and Bobbert as the roamers, which, like I said, both of them have been really electric on these roams, soft holds. Yeah, they are going to be scanning the Mwanti once again. Again, Blackbeard's still on the board. A little bit of a, I feel like a misstep, but once again, who am I to judge? PKE is attempting to try to get this really long angle, but it's really hard on a hollow site, as Bobbert's trying to help Bohannon out as much as he can, as the Deimos drone is continually just
Makes sense.
Scanning where this guy is. First nade's gonna come out from Chicken. He does have a little bit of chip damage from his spray, but quickly being shut down. Chicken's able to get that kill. Bohannon, I believe, is going to be able to watch this Valkyrie cam, giving a lot of info to Valkyrie being able to nitro this. Kind of a bad 4 ping, but and not quite reaching the area that he wanted. Maybe a little bit of chip damage onto Foxy, but
Changing mags.
no kill in the end. As Bandit is going to be scanned out. Oh, PKE with the great shot onto Silly Boy, bringing the diffuser down, but he does not know that. Actually, they do. Monty's quickly able to pick that up as PKE is just trying to await this Deimos drone. Bobbert being able to quickly shut that down as Deimos is no longer a threat, even though he had 1 scan left. 50 seconds left on the clock as Mizzou trying to attempt for the same push. Ventureless able to get a gnarly kill onto Leo as he hears the shield player kind of push up, and he's just going to assume that the second player is behind him. Yeah, seeing the shield for himself. Sync taking contact onto the guy with the actual gun. Robert trying to get a little bit of damage, but Ved attempting to try to get this kill, not quite landing the shots, but it's really difficult. Robert being able to get the double kill, ending the game in Tarleton's favor, making Tarleton win the series. Great shots by Bobbert, being able to close out the game and close out the series. And this is the Pulse Elite animation, I believe. Yep. Least favorite MVP, but here we are. Man, Bohannon and Bobbert, just the kings of being able to roam. What a showing from Tarleton today. Showing that they're going to be really dominant in this season, really dominant in this division. Saying that they did go lower. That's what it is. For that one guy that was in my chat asking me to open an alpha pack, I will real quick. Hold on. You need the good packs out. No. Let me get 1 pack for you, man. I hope you're still here. Alright, Black Eyes. It's not Black Eyes. Alright, you got your one. It's a really ugly Vigil skin, which I don't even have, so it's unique at least. But that's going to end it all for here for today. We are going to be seeing Siege come back Wednesday. Tomorrow, League is not going to play as that game is going to be rescheduled to next Thursday. So we're not going to be seeing anything regarding that. Our CS team has been doing all right. They got placed in Division 3, and our Rocket League team, I believe, got placed in Division 4, which they are going to be streamed on Twitch this season. And then Friday, we are going to be seeing the Overwatch team play against their opponents in Division 4, I believe. They may be in Division 5. But all in all, I will see you next Wednesday. The next stream will be on Friday, and I hope everyone does have a great day. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, well, it's just the way it goes. She like her like glamorous and it's just the